Crete. I'm taking the bus tour around the city. All right, so welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are doing the bus city tour here on the island of Crete in Heraklion. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe down below and you stay all the way until the end of the video, as I just started doing cash giveaways, and I will be giving the instructions on how you can participate in the cash giveaways that I am hosting. So I really wanted to kind of do a voiceover in the beginning of this video. For most of my videos, I always do voiceover. Sometimes I'll wait until the end to do the voiceover, but I really wanted to give my personal opinion about this bus tour. And you know, I always have great things to say because everywhere I go, I really just am so grateful and appreciative to be able to, you know, travel the way I do and experience the things I do. And I normally never leave a negative review, but with this one, I don't really know if it was the bus line itself or it's just the entire experience. Really, unfortunately, guys, may not be worth it. And you know, you can see throughout the video here if this is something that would be worth it for you, but I'm just going to give you a few things that had occurred with me. Again, it may be this specific bus line because there actually is 3 different bus companies and 3 different bus lines that do this bus city tour. So you don't necessarily have to pick this orange bus. There is, I'm pretty sure, a red bus and then I think a blue bus. You know, but the first thing I want to say is that they absolutely ripped me off. I had gotten a quote from someone for €10. So I was like, okay, great. Thanks so much. I'm just going to go, you know, grab something to eat and I'll come back and grab the next one. She's like, great. When I came back, the girl was not there. It was someone else. And this person was trying to charge me €20. I told her I was just here like a half hour ago or whatever it was. You know, the girl I spoke with told me €10 and now you're telling me 20. And she goes, okay, fine. I'll give it to you for €15 and you have access to come back again tomorrow. It was my last day in Crete and I didn't need access for tomorrow. And I'm trying to tell her this, super pushy, and was like, no, it's 15 and you'll have access tomorrow. Again, telling her I'm leaving tomorrow, so it does nothing for me. But because I wanted to do the bus tour and because I wanted to do this and film it for you guys and give my personal opinion, just how I did the train tour in Heraklion Crete, if you guys have not seen that yet, you know, I ended up just doing it for 15, but you know, that really put a very, very sour taste in my mouth because I am Greek. I speak the language. So for me, as a Greek person, I felt as if they have to be taking so much more advantage, unfortunately, of tourists if this is what they're doing. I did not need an extra day. I should have been given the price that I was told. I was given double the price and then it was still not the price I was told. And then you know, she made it seem like she was doing me a favor by giving me an extra day of like a bus tour, like bus hop on and off when I didn't need it. So for me, that put a very, very bad taste in my mouth. And that's definitely something that you guys have to look out for because again, you know, if I'm speaking the language and this is happening to me, I can't imagine what's happening with tourists that don't know, you know, what the prices are or kind of fall into this trap or just fall onto a person like that. She was very pushy, very rude. I didn't get her name because I wasn't looking to complain. I just knew that when it was time for me to share this video with you guys, I was just going to be very, very honest about that. So definitely something to look out for. And I don't want to be negative every time I'm away and I have I'm just so grateful for all of my experiences. And again, if you watch all of my videos, I talk about how every town is my favorite town, how I loved every town. my Mexico travel, every resort was my favorite resort. It's very seldom that I have anything negative to say, because that's just not how I live my life. My mindset is a very positive and abundant mindset. But this was just something that really got to me, because not just for myself, it's not about the money. It was the mannerism, and then also thinking about other people and what they are possibly going through because of this bus company and their employees. Now, I do understand that a lot of the times in Greece, workers actually work off of commission, so they do not get paid very well, and I understand this. They do not get paid well. So for every client or, customer that they bring in, they can get like €1 or €2 bonus or something, just very small, but it ends up accumulating obviously over time by the end of the month. But even with that, it still should not be as aggressive and also taking advantage of the way that my experience was. Now, the bus itself, so I sat in the front of the bus, and there is absolutely no AC in the front of the bus besides like whatever kind of blows on the driver. So you will see throughout also the tour that I am moving spots every few minutes, because I was just uncomfortable, and I was not comfortable. And the few seats that are actually on the bus, and for such a large bus, there really is not a lot of seats on the actual main level of the bus where the air conditioning is. So there was no real empty seats for me to sit inside the air conditioning. So after I was super hot, I thought, okay, let me try to go up the second level and possibly get some air up there. It was a half-covered bus, so I sat first in the covered part so I would get some relief from the sun, and there is absolutely no air or air conditioning. Now, I understand it is half open, so how would they do air conditioning? But maybe some fans, like little baby fans or something. There was nothing. I was boiling in there. So then I ended up moving to the back of the bus, which I thought, again, I would at least, get some air, no relief from the sun. I always do wear a hat. Please, guys, always wear a hat, sunblock, and stay hydrated in Greece, especially in the peak summer months. I say this in a lot of my videos. I always wear a hat, so I thought, okay, that's fine. I can go and sit there and get a breeze and everything else. And unfortunately, that also was pretty serious. So this normally is about an hour bus ride, and I only was able to film about a half hour's worth of the bus ride because I got off. I just, unfortunately, maybe again, it was just the whole experience, but for myself, I did not think this bus tour was worth it at all. Now, I do understand if you're coming on a cruise, if you're only here for a couple of days and you kind of want to see everything, this could be a good option for you. But what I would recommend is making sure that you understand the pricing, and also you get there at a starting point of where the buses take off, which is normally at the port by the Venetian fort. So that way you can make sure that you are possibly one of the first, people on the bus, so you can get inside a seat where the air conditioning is. Maybe if that would have been, my experience in the sense of getting a seat in the air-conditioned area, I would have had a better experience. But unfortunately, just every, kind of thing that had happened just really, unfortunately, set the tone for the rest of the, ride. But on the contrary to all of that, Heraklion is still beautiful. There is still so much history, and this is also a hop on and hop off. You can purchase that. So if you are not just going to sit down and do the full hour tour like I did or tried to do, this bus line is still good if you're going to be there all day and you want to go to specific sites, and it's just easier to do the hop on, hop off. For that, it's totally worth it, but still be aware of what they're charging you. So for the hop on, hop off, they go to like all the important sites. They even go to Knossos Palace, which is a really, really beautiful archaeological site, but that is also at the end of the one of the end stops, or really the last stop until you drive back. So just kind of beware of that. Again, you still would want to get something in the air conditioning if possible. And other really just great sites, and the center of Heraklion, the Platia as you would call it, where the shopping is and stuff like that. So regardless, it's still, there is still some really good positive attributes in the sense of if you're using the hop on, hop off, and it's definitely still, I think, a lot cheaper than what a taxi would charge you to get to, let's say, Knossos Palace, which is the archaeological site. If you are only, one or two people. If you are a group of people, then, actually getting a cab or something like that would probably still be more economical than paying the bus, since they were trying to charge me 20 euro at first. Well, the second lady was trying to charge me 20 euro. So that is just some very, very, very honest feedback, but again, you are still able to see some amazing views throughout Heraklion, and if that's exactly why you're on this video, is not really to get all of this jabbering information, if that's even a real English word, any of this information, and you are really just here for the views, then definitely enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you shortly to talk about that cash giveaway. Now let's talk about some money. So I started doing these cash giveaways as I really wanted to just connect the community that is interested in Greece travel a lot more, wanted to connect with you guys. So there's just a few things that you need to follow to be able to apply for the cash giveaways. The first thing is you need to make sure that you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel. This is for my YouTube subscribers. So go down below, subscribe to the channel and get notified. The second thing you're going to do is share this video with a family or friend that you want to come to Heraklion Crete with. And the third thing is you are going to go to my Instagram page at Life with Roula. This is where I'm going to be hosting all of the cash giveaways. So every time a cash giveaway is about to go live and you can apply, I will be doing it in the stories of my Instagram page. So definitely go follow me there. There's a convenient link in my video description down below for you to get to my Instagram page a little bit more conveniently. And while you are down there, check out my link on where I book all of my travel. So I get this question a lot is, hey, where do you book all of your travel? You do so much traveling. You know, what website do you use to do all of your booking? Now, I love to travel and I do spoil myself with travel, but that does not mean that I do not always look out for the best deals. So the website that I use always has the best deals that I have realized throughout every other website that I've ever used. And on top of it, since I signed up as a member for free, I get member member exclusive pricing. I get member discounts and I get cash back every time I purchase any type of travel through the website. So if I purchase my flights, if I purchase my hotels, if I purchase my rental car, if I do a vacation package, literally anything, I get cash back. So it's a win-win all around because I then use all of my cash back to then rebook all of my discounted travel again. So you will find that link in the video description down below, as well as some other links that may be helpful to you, like my travel gear recommendations and just a bunch of other stuff and other videos that may pertain to some of your interests. So I really hope you enjoyed this bus tour of Heraklion Crete here in Greece. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time.